Hello and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Rusty Garage and my name is Rusty. Today I got my RAV4 on the channel. This is 2017. So it's not very old, but it actually failed safety inspection. So we're going to have to go over that today. I'll tell you exactly why it failed and then what we're going to be doing right now. There's actually a headlight out on, brake light out on this thing, but in Nova Scotia they said we don't give a shit about that. That can be out, that's fine, it'll pass. Oh, okay. They just changed that recently, I guess, but anyway, that's cool. I get the light, I just haven't done it. So anyway, let's take a little gander and I'll show you exactly why this thing passed, and then we'll get to work. One very simple reason why this thing failed, it had, slicks on the front of her. The tires were very bald, and actually one was showing wire, so I definitely got my money worth out of them. Actually, at the time, I got like 4 sets, and I paid like $100 for the 4 sets. And now I'm on to my last set of tires. I'll show you here. They're the ones I just threw on. You can see they had enough tread to pass inspection. They're winter tires. What are they? Dynamo. So, they'll get me by. That's fine. It's not winter, but hey, it's cool enough. I'll probably get another set come winter time once these wear it a little bit. I'll get my time out of them anyway. And besides that, I bought this car 2 years ago exactly because the sticker just ran up. So when I bought it, I tried the e-brake after about 4 months of owning this car. The e-brake done nothing. So I was like, whatever, who cares? It's automatic. I'm not going to use it, right? But anyway, my warranty was for 3 months, and it was 4 months when I found that out. They should have never sold it with a new sticker with an e-brake that wasn't working. Anyway, when I brought this in for an inspection, buddy, he said it's gonna fail due to that. I said, yeah, I know. I said, he said, well, it's on the hoist. I said, yeah, it's on the hoist. You go ahead and do it right now, and then see what's going on with it. Turns out they had the dial, the tensioner thing for tightening and loosening with a screwdriver thing, bob. So apparently that was backwards. So one side wasn't even able to really tighten down at all, and the other side was just way loose. So I don't know what kind of technician he had when they were doing the inspection on this thing, but yeah, they kind of messed it up. So enough talking. The last thing on the list, so the e-brake works. The tires are changed. I said you may as well do it there. I have a tire changer, just not hooked up. So, may as well get him to do it. And let's see. And the rear, but the sticker is up, so we may as well get after it and get the new ones on. So the guy that I brought the car into for an inspection, he's a pretty good friend of mine. He said, do you want me to order the brakes? I said, hell no. And I'll tell you the reason why. Here, everything's friggin' expensive out of this world. Rear brake shoes for this car is almost like $100, and it's just a car. Like, calm down, right? I went on the old Rock Auto here. You can tell because I got a sticker. I collect them. Most people probably do. We'll just put that right there. Nope, it don't work. Okay. Anyway. So we got the premium brake pads, of course. You want to get anything less. Quality certified, rotor friendly, 100% non-asbestos material, so that's good. You might not die in the next 20 years. High temperature friction, tested for wide variety of road conditions. That's cool, And shim, slotted, and yeah, cool. Maximum performance. That's why, no, that's not why I bought these. I bought these because they were $15. That's why I bought them. So they're going to work. They're going to be fine, A lot of people say the Rock Auto brakes aren't no good. What are they, ceramic or something? I'm not sure. But, dude, I literally get usually 4 years out of these brakes. That's fine. I mean, I've bought them from auto parts and only gotten 2 or 3 years out of them. So there you go. Anyway, so enough chatting. Let's get this thing jacked up and get the tire off so we can get some said brake pads onto this car. so I can get a new sticker on it and drive down the road safely. Not safely, but legally. Yeah. Alright, so we're just starting to get a little sketchy. The tires are shifting, so that's cool. We got her on the pinch weld here, so that should be fine. And the tire is just off the ground. So let's get this tire off. Alright, so we got these beautiful poverty caps here that I despise. I took one off on the front. Left, right, drivers, drinkers, I don't know, one side. Okay, and I broke it. It was very easy to break. So let's try to not do that. Oh, that come right off. Actually, I think I broke it putting it back on. So we're not out of the woods yet. Let's see what we got here. Probably 3/4. That's 21. Actually, it's 21, so there you go. Got my electric impact gun here. Now I just need my extension cord. Alright, let's give her the old ugga-duggas, shall we? And we get no power. So, it should work better with electricity. That it does. There's one, two, there's all 5. There's our tire. Something to sit on. That's great. So now, what are we going to need back here? Looks like a 14. It is a 14. Okay. Get a wrench here. Uh-oh. I might need a shorter socket here by and by, but we'll see. It would be nice to have a short socket. Good thing they weren't all that tight. Like I said, these were just off because we had to get to the park and brake stuff and everything. So, and we were checking out the brakes for inspection. So I figured it wouldn't be that difficult to get these calipers off. There's that one. Whoops. It's fine, don't worry about it. Alright, I'm going to put my bolts back into the bracket. May as well. Make sure my slides are good. They are not. I'm going to re-grease them, so remind me to do that before I continue on. Buddy was supposed to do that at the shop, and he never did. Anyway, we'll remember to do that. So, let's get our flathead screwdriver. Get in behind the brake pad. Pop it out just like that. The outside brake pads are perfectly fine. You can see how much wear is left onto that. Lots of life left. It's the back side, obviously, the side that takes the pain. This one's not the problem side. It's actually the other side, but I'm going to go ahead and change them both. You can see how it was wearing. So, I've never actually seen a brake pad wear like that. It's kind of strange. It's almost like the rotor isn't wide enough for the pads or something, but anyway. Not going to be too concerned about it. Now, hopefully the brake pads we got from Rock Auto are the same. I usually don't have a problem with Rock Auto. It was Auto Shack that I had a major problem with. They sent me a lot of the wrong parts, and I was months in contact with them, letting them know, like, hey, sent me the wrong parts, you know. And anyway, I just wanted the right parts or my money back. They wouldn't do either. So I kind of lost out on that deal. And eventually I just got tired of calling them and contacting them. So just from first glance, they look the exact same. They're the same length. And they get the same width of ears. The ears are in the same spot. So I think we're good. Now, I'm wondering also, holy shit, how many's in here? There's 4. So there's 8, I guess, in here. What the hell? What? there must be different sets for different RAVs or something. Why would they send me 2 of the same set? It's weird. They look identical. Look the same. Oh, look at that. Okay. So I might, let me see. Any clips on the ears? No. Alright. I might just reuse the same clips that are here. They're in place. Normally what you want to do is take them out, needle the bracket, clean the bracket, put a little grease onto it and put your new clips in. But there's nothing wrong with these clips at all. So I'm just going to leave them. They're right where they should be. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out if there's a front and back. These two are the exact same. And that looks the exact same as well. So there's no front and back. No special indicator clip, no nothing like that. So that should work just fine. There's our first one. And there's our second one. Simple as that. And like I said, those clips are going to be fine as kind. I only change them if I have to, if they're bent up, out of shape, or you know, broke. Obviously no good. Backing plate's a little weak. That's fine, we're not here for that. Alright, so another thing you should do, take some grease and grease up these pads where your caliper is going to set. So right here, a little bit of grease and grease back here. Don't need that. But yeah. So I'm gonna need my, go ahead and get my C-clamp so we can press that back. Or actually, I got one better because I got an actual caliper presser backer thingamabobber that I just ordered, so then I don't have to use C-clamps no more. So that's great. Let's go get that. So this obviously isn't an Amazon product. I got this at Napa. And it wasn't that expensive really. It was only, I don't know, like 30 bucks maybe. So hopefully it's a decent one. So what you're going to want to do, take one of your old brake pads, set it inside your caliper. I know most people already know this kind of stuff, but maybe there's people out there that don't really know. Now I'm thankful that these calipers aren't like the Hyundais and other makes and models that you have the, you actually have to turn it and force it in at the same time. These ones are beautiful. Just use your little clamp and force it back in. I really hate working on Hyundais, especially in the brakes. A lot of times they just don't want to turn and they put up a hell of a fight. Guess what we didn't think to do? You guys, how many of you were saying grease them first? Anyway, I'm gonna go get some grease now and grease these slides. We're back. I actually had to go to the store because I only had lithium grease on hand and I didn't want the lithium to eat and destroy, come take a closer look, onto the slide pins, these rubbers. It may eat that, so I decided to get some just Napa cheap multi-purpose grease, whatever. So let's get these greased up before we put it back together. And what's cool is there's just a little cap comes off, and definitely gonna make a mess of this, but that's fine. Let's take the rubber off. See, the factory grease I don't put on a whole lot. So we're gonna just, I should have grabbed some paper towel or something, but I'll just use my fingers to clean it up a little bit. Take some of that old stuff off and then put on a little bit of the new. Don't need a whole lot. That's a lot. Perfect. And now I may need a rag. That's plenty of grease, probably more than enough, but you just slide it back on there. Make sure your rubber bushing or your rubber thing is back onto the where it's supposed to be, a little clip there. Actually, my rubber is starting to crack a little bit, but not going to worry about that right now. Let's get our second one out. Oh boy, that one really needs some grease. Holy shit. Come on out, baby. Come on. Ah, okay. You can see the corrosion there, the rust in that. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to go get something to clean that one up a little bit. I don't want to put it back like that, so just 1 second here. Okay, so I'm just lightly gonna clean this up with some sandpaper here. It's quite aggressive, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. Just clean it up a little bit, get some of that rust off of there. A little bit of WD-40 would probably be good when sanding these down a little bit, just for a little grease action, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we'll just clean it up a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've seen people just pack these with grease, rusty or not, and just shove them back in there. So I'm not too concerned. Then take your rag and just wipe off anything that's laying there. And already you can see that made a huge difference. So now we'll get some grease onto that. A little bit of grease. More than enough. Perfect. Slide her back into the hole. If it'll go. There we go. Work it a little bit. That's sliding pretty good now. If you, she was stuck before, so that's a lot better. And there goes the caliper. Great. Now we can go ahead, put our caliper back on. Just watch you don't twist up your hose, that's all. Nothing too crazy here. If you learn how to do your own brakes, home in the yard, even if you can give yourself an hour, you're going to have plenty of time. Usually the brakes are pretty simple to do, especially if they're calipers. Drum brakes are a whole different ball game. But anyway, you'll save a lot of money if you do this yourself. A lot of people go to dealerships and holy moly, they'll charge you. I'll tell you that. So make sure you over torque these to the point where you strip everything. I'm kidding. They don't have to be all that tight for the slide pins. Now your brake caliper's back on. You got your new brakes and everything. I should have put grease in here like I told you to. So do as I say, not as I do. How's that? And so we're going to jump over to the other side. Get the other side done. I'll film it, but I'll try to do like a montage thing. And I suck at editing, so it'd be nice to throw in some music. So I'm going to try and do that, but if I can't, then you won't hear no music, so that's great. But another thing I'd like to say, when you do your brakes, before you drive anywhere, pump your brakes up. Make sure your piston on your caliper is touching your brakes. If not, when you go to hit the brakes, it might be, woohoo, we got no brakes. So yeah, just pump them up a little bit, that's all. All right, let's get this tire back on and jump on the other side and get this old girl back on the road. So now before, I'm just going to drop it down, do the other side, and then we'll get out, at the end of it, we'll get out the torque wrench and just torque these down to spec. These here ones for this particular rig, 78 foot-pounds on each lug. So I'll just do like 80 or 90 or something, you know, just over torque it. Usually I don't even do that, but for the sake of the video I will. That gun is definitely doing 70 pounds, so should be fine. Let's drop her down, and because you want to tighten them down before you put on your poverty cap. On this particular rig, you won't be able to get onto your lugs because the holes are too small. Alright, so that's how you change the rear brakes onto a 2017 RAV4. I mean, it's pretty similar to most cars, you know. Sometimes the caliper's a little different. Like I said, some of them need to be turned, twisted, and pressed in at the same time. And I'm not kidding you when I say I hate them. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a million. The goal is about 50 subs. I haven't looked nor posted at least a week and a half. At that time, I think we're at 30, 36 or something like that. So we're getting there. So big thank you to all those people and everybody that's liking and commenting on the videos. It's really amazing. I haven't started the channel that long ago, but I don't know, it seems like it's growing a little bit, and I'm just thankful for everybody. So thanks again, and hope you enjoyed the content, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Peace.